Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this Lumary Smart Christmas Cone Tree Light. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description, and if you use that link, it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So the Amazon description lists the height on this at 5.9 feet and the LED count is 265. We have some specs on the back. Power is 12.5 watts. It uses Bluetooth protocol. So let's get this open. Here's the user manual. Let's take a quick look at it. This talks about the controls. It says quickly double click the button to control the on-off of the string light. Long press the button for 3 seconds. The colored light, music, and scene modes will cycle in sequence. In the colored light mode, click the button switch to the next color, then cycle in sequence. Then you can click the button to switch between the modes. So this also has a remote control. Looks like it's an IR remote. It has different functions on it. So it's showing them here, and it goes on to the next page. You want to make sure to pull the plastic out of the bottom of the remote to activate the battery. These are app enabled, so you can control them with a smartphone. This talks about pairing it up and using that. It can have voice control if you have a separate gateway. So it also has instructions for the light itself. So this is the installation diagram. So it has a pole with a ring, and the lights go from the top to the bottom. So let's take a look at that. So here are the parts. These are the ring. This is the pole. Here's the star for the top. This is the top of the lights. You can see it has the strings that come down. There's the remote. And these are the springs that keep tension. So I don't know how much room I'm going to have here. I'll start putting this together. I may have to move to a taller location. So you have these ring pieces, and these go towards the center here, and that creates the base. Looks like there's some holes here so you can stake this down. So there I have the base. Here's the middle section. So that feels nice and solid. And here we have the posts. It looks like they're all the same size except for this one, and this one will go on the very top. So this is bent in just a little bit here, and this is not. So when you put this on, you want to make sure you have it in the right orientation. So if it's not fitting, just flip it over. So those are going to fit in here. And that's all the space I have here. I'm going to move to a location with more space. Okay, so I have a little more room to work here. I'll put the rest of the pole on. So here we have the bottom, and it goes up here. I'll put the top on. So that slots on like so. Here we have the star. That's going to connect here. And that's going to insert into the top. So I can separate out these strands. If we look at the bottom, there's going to be a loop. So there's a spring here that will go through the loop. That will hook onto one of these clips. And that will clip to the base. Like so. So you'll want to do that with all the strands until they're evenly distributed. So I'll get these connected up and then I'll come back. Okay, I have all those strung up. Now one thing I missed is there is a little cap that you place in the bottom of the stand. It looks like a little washer. So I put it in there and I tapped it in with a rubber mallet. So I'm going to take this outside in the dark, but it is cold outside and I want to do some demonstration here in my garage. So I'm going to take the remote, and there's a little plastic tab. I'll pull it out. And now I can control this with the remote, so I'll hit off. Now you want to point the remote at the plug, not at the tree itself. So I'll turn it back on. So here we have a spiral effect. Wow, that is really neat. I can change colors of these. I can say red, green, blue. Here's some of the different effects. That's kind of a chaser effect. This looks like a rain. This goes down to up. It's almost like a firework. I'll just kind of go through these. So this is a picture mode. So this is going to draw a picture on it. Has brightness. We can change it to just white. It also has music modes. So if I make noise, it will go up, so you can see that there. And there are a couple different modes like that. So this one is going to go around. And we also have 1, 2, 4, and 8-hour timers. Of course, a cool feature of this is the app. So I'm going to log into it using my iPad. You could also use an iPhone or Android device. So you'll want to download the Lumary app and then log in. So I'm logged in, I'll hit plus. I'll say add device. It discovered the tree, I'll hit add. It says devices being added. I'll hit done. And here we have the tree up, and I can change the settings on here. So let's change this, or here let's do scene. Let's do this one. Okay. So this is the spiral effect. We can change the brightness, and we can change the speed. Here's T. So with this one, it looks like we can make it say something. So it's a little tricky to see right here in the brightness, but it's actually spelling out a word. So we can have pictures. So it looks like we can change the star on the top. It's this bottom one here. Oh, this is where we can have different effects played in a loop, so you can kind of program it. So that's the scene. Then we have music mode. So here you can change the effect that happens with music. So we have rhythm, rolling, and spectrum. Then we have dimmer. So you can just change this to a static color. So if you had multiples of these, you could change each one to a different color for a specific design. And then we have settings. So you can do schedule, countdown, infrared switch. So I really like this spiral effect. Let's see what else we have. This one goes around the top. The stacking, that's pretty cool. I think this is probably one of my favorite effects, so I'll leave it at that. So when it gets dark, I'll take this outside. So this comes with these stakes you can use to stake it in the ground so it doesn't blow away. So I'm going to wait till it gets dark outside, and I'll take this out and demonstrate it. Okay, so I have this outside now. And I favorited a bunch of different modes, and now it's switching between them. It should stay on each mode for I think a minute or so. But it looks very, very nice. And here it is at a distance. So that's the Lumary Christmas Cone Tree Light. If you're looking for a decoration to kind of up your Christmas decorating game, I think this is a great option. This was very easy to put together. Super easy to use. It gives you that app mode where you can customize things or you can use the remote. And this could go inside or outside. So if you need a tree inside, you're not into traditional trees, this could be a good replacement for that too. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.